Hi, this is Daniel, the small cap guy. So we have already finished two parts of how to analyze a company. So I'll just quickly do a recap here. So the first one is you can go to the investor presentation and then to get an overview of how the business is doing. After that, you can go to Form 10K, which is the annual report to read in detail what the company is doing and what is the risk and so and then what is their red flags, for example. So the next thing we want to look at is the management. So for management, right, we want first of all we want to check who is the CEO, what is their what is the background. So in Form 10K, usually it will have this part, the directors, executive officers. So when we press here, right, it will have all the executives here. And sometimes all the details will be written here because for management, right, we want to look at three things. One is the who is the CEO, the background, and then the second thing is you want to look for the salaries, the compensation, and then the third thing is we want to look at the share ownership. So sometimes in annual report everything will be written. So if not, right, for example, this in this case, right, it actually has not written all the salaries and also the share ownership, right, then we need to open another document, which is the Form 14A. But before this, let me just go back to this annual report and then just read briefly about who is the CEO. So the CEO here is called the Yogesh Gupta. So we can read the background here. So he actually became president and CEO in October 2016. So it is very new for me. He's very new. So prior to that time, Gupta Gupta has worked in another company, Yeah, so this is like a hired CEO. So it is not a homegrown CEO, and then he may not know like what is going on in the company because he is not in this company long enough. So this is one red flag I want to point out. Yeah, especially for small cap companies, right, we usually look for founder-led companies that founded the company and then remain as a CEO until many years, like 20, 30 years, that kind. So for this company, this CEO is like it, it is like newly bought over by the company itself. Yeah, so this is one red flag. And then next thing we can look at the CFO, Paul Jalbert. Okay, so this guy became CEO in 2017, is like much later. Okay. Uh, okay, so he joined the company in August 2012, so still okay. Still okay. Yeah, so briefly look at this already, then we can go to the Form 14A, the proxy statement. And then what we want to look for is the compensation, the executive compensation, and also the stock ownership. So this one is page 84. I just scroll down a bit. Okay, so this is the summary of executive compensation. Right. So you see, the CEO, he's getting like 3 million, 4 million, so now up to 5 million in 2018. Then this one has their salary decreased. But overall, right, you see there's no very sharp increase except this one. This one is really fishy. So we can like further look at like what is it about. So mainly comes from stock awards. Yeah. So in total, right, is about the total salaries paid to the management is about 10 million, for example. I think 10 million. So we can cross check with the net income of the company. So net income is for last year is 63 million and they are getting like 10 million. So it's up to you to decide lah whether it is too much or too low. But for me, I think it is slightly a lot lah because I have done so many small cap companies already and then they are only getting like 4-5 millions in total. Yeah, so for this company, I think it's getting a lot. Then the next thing is we want to look at the share ownership. So just scroll down a bit. Okay, so this is the share ownership, the common stock ownership. So we want to, for this section, we want to look at whether the management has significant amount of shares in the company or not. Why is it so important, right? Because if the management, the executives, has no significant amount of shares in the company, their interest will not be aligned to the shareholders. So for example, what they can do, for example, they can like get a lot of salaries without doing any work, or they can just like make a bad decision in the company, burning the company's money. When the share price is affected, right, they are not affected because they don't hold any shares of the company. Yeah, so they can do all this funny stuff. So you can see, right, in this company, you know, the CEO is this guy, and then the CFO is which one is that? It's not even here, or this one is the CFO. Okay, so the amount and nature of beneficial ownership, right, we look at percent. So if you see a star, right, star means it is less than 1%. See, less than 1%. So this company, right, the management don't even hold the shares of this company. So how are they going to be committed to make this company good, right? Yeah, you see, all executive officers and directors as a group, 17 persons, only have like 1.7%. So this is ridiculous for me because it is not a large cap company. So for a large cap company, for example, Coca-Cola, right, the largest shareholder will only be like 3%, 5%. That is fine. But this one is a small cap companies, and then they don't even hold a significant amount of shares. So I think this is a very, very big problem as a small cap company, which is the shareholders, they don't hold significant amount of shares. Then the next thing is the institution ownership. So the institution is holding like 14%, 10%, so in total about 25%. I think it is still slightly less because for other companies that I have analyzed on, they actually have like more than 30-40% of institutional ownership. Yeah, so this is very bad for me. Yeah, so this is all about the management part. So the next thing is so for the annual report and also for the Proxy statement, right, we only look at the full financial year 2018, but now it is already 2019 quarter 3, so we want to look at the latest result. So latest result, right, you can look at the form 10Q. Q means quarter. So this is the latest one, is August 31st. So we want to see that whether the financials has been improved or not. Okay, so we straight away go to the revenue first. So for revenue, right, you can see that for the past 9 months ended August 31st, 2019 and 2018, right, the revenue has been increased. It's good that the revenue is increasing. The cost is increasing. This cannot be avoided. Yeah, and then the expenses also increases. Then you see the income from operation has decreased, decreased from the previous year. So let's see what happened. So I think is this amortization of acquired intangibles. Okay, so this is one of them. So this one is not really important because it's intangible, so they just write off. So nothing tangible really lost. That they didn't lose money based on this. And yeah, so these are sales and marketing, product development, so these are increased. Okay, but the thing is, when the net income has decreased, then you need to be aware like what happened. So you need to check back everything to make sure whether this decrease is a one-off thing or it is a new baseline. Okay. Yeah, so actually you can look at that, but I'm not going to dig further. Okay, yeah, so this is how you read the latest quarter earnings result. And then the other thing you can read on is you type the ticker symbol PRGS, then you type earnings call transcript. Then look for the company name, and then quarter 3 2019 earnings call transcript. And then I usually look from Motley Fool.com. So this one is just like they have a conference call, and then this one is just a transcript. So it will say that like how is their quarter, like they have really strong quarter 3 performance, all these. But the thing is, you need to go to this thing called the question and answers, the Q&A. So from here, right, you can actually see whether the CEO has any unannounced item in the financial report. So they will tell here, they might tell here. So for example, you see no, so quick one on IP switch, no, they're on track beating the 42 million that you're expecting this year. No, yes. So I'm not going to read through because I'm not interested in this company anymore. So, but for other companies, if you are really interested, you should read their transcript because there are golden nuggets inside. The CEO may share something that is not written in the financial report. Yeah, for example, the forward-looking direction of the company. Yeah, so on. Yep, so that's all on how you analyze a company using different resources. So you have an investor presentation, you have the annual report, you have the proxy statement, you have the quarterly report, you have the earnings transcript. You can even go to YouTube to look at their whether there's any videos on it. So I look at it, progress who we are, and then I look at this 2 minutes video, and basically I get nothing from it. Yeah, they are just talking bullshit. Yeah, so let's say you have already analyzed the company and you want to buy, right? Then you can just go through the financials, go through the earnings, the cash flow, the return on equity, interest coverage, everything. Yeah, then you see that the EPS growth for this company is so bad. Yeah, and then from here you can do your valuation. Yeah, so that's all about how you can analyze a company. It is any company. It is not just small cap companies. You can analyze large companies like this as well. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoy it. Please like and subscribe my channel. Yeah, see you guys around.